I would say we're officially in the home stretch. Final 7 chapters, I want to say. There's 26 total. Of course, there's a chance for paralogs, blah, blah, blah. I've talked about that before. But, yeah, I think I did a lot of... the inventory management kinds of things last time. Move some emblems around. Give Panette Roy, which should be pretty nasty. And so I would say let's just go ahead and dive right in. Ready for this map? I don't know. Maybe not. The cheeky emoji makes me a little bit nervous. But I think we'll be okay. If I could clutch out last map, I mean... we'll see. Go ahead and give it a shot. Oh god.
What? You let them...
I apologize.
See, we figured if we stole a couple rings, you'd be proud of us.
There's no point stealing theirs if we keep losing ours, you morons!
I'm so... But Lord Sombron will understand. He's not gonna scold us.
Mom.
Yes?
Oof.
You should have done as I ordered. Nope.
Me? It's your fault we lost the Ring of the Holy Knight!
I was following Lady Vale's.
Well,
I will not make excuses.
You.
Marnie was merely seeking your praise. I am to blame.
What a selfless... Or perhaps you fear what I'll do to Lady Vale. Alas, it's...
What?
I meant to, I really did. And don't speak to me as the head of this family.
punish.
I really cannot express to you how much I am uninvested in this story right now. I'm cool to see what happens and stuff, but I'm like...
Look at that.
Stop your salivating.
What should I do?
Oh, they'll come. I trust you won't be... even as they inflict pain.
I know.
Here we are.
Sombron is likely within those walls.
These... have I talked about this before? Like, these still shots are like these... I don't know if it's painted or something. It looks really good, though. Like, whenever they show these stills of the, locations.
Yes, I hope she's safe. But be vigilant.
I wonder if they'd ever go back to a visual novel style of storytelling. Because I feel like they really nailed it in Shadows of Valentia. And that's not to say that it hasn't... It's not gonna... Not to say it won't improve from here, but...
What's wrong? Those words. That's what he told me at Distinia Cathedral before. We still haven't recovered from our defeat that day.
It won't. You've really stepped...
You really...
Yes.
That's the highest praise.
Ikuzo. Yeah, but,
Is Elusia Castle usually this quiet?
No. I would at least expect...
I have some
more
small
than
updates on what I've been
just on
playing.
guard.
Nothing like super new, but...
Maybe Sombron.
You mean turn them into...
No. Who needs those boring soldiers?
Briss.
Been a while, Divine One. Oh, and look. I gotta hand it to you. But for the complete...
The ring of the character.
It's the real...
Celica!
Celica's hair is already red. How can you tell?
I'll give her back.
What is...
Nothing. What, you think Lord Sombron's got...
It's one against many.
You relax. No one's come.
What is this?
You want answer.
Fine. Get ready.
Now tear me.
Interesting. Is this actually going to be like just a crazy boss fight or something? Okay, there's actually other units. Not a ton, but... He's got 3 health bars. Would he warp off of his panel? I mean, I've been surprised at how many bosses have been willing to move in this game. Usually not the case. Some chests that look... Oh, is this Fog of War? Wait. Yeah, I see. Yeah, so... $11? Damn, that kind of sucks. Because I wanted to start training up Tamara. But I feel like if there is one unit that I would leave, it's the one that I haven't trained up yet, which is unfortunate. And I was about to comment on deployment limits being different. And at that point, I might as well give Citrine Leaf, even though she doesn't really... Well, actually, does she benefit from it? +1 defense. And I mean, the extra build will help her not get weighed down. Maybe she doubles more? Probably not, but...
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. At least for now. Tamara will be our 12th, when we have an option to bring 12. But it's hard to justify doing that when she's the only one who's not, like, actually trained up. So... Damn, losing Kagetsu is kind of annoying. But it's so interesting, because, like, I know Weapon Triangle being back in this game is a big deal, after 3 houses not having it. And there have been other FEs that don't have it. I can't think of what they are off the top of my head, but I don't think that was the first time it was removed. Well, because it didn't... I don't know. I'm speaking out of my ass. I'm pretty sure there are other games that don't have it, but... It being back, but then I look at my roster of who I'm most using, and I'm like, okay, some of these guys can use other weapon types, but mostly it's like mages and knives and like bows in this case. Like about 1 sword, 1 lance, and 1 axe. And they have access to other weapons too, but I don't know, it's just interesting, I think. I mean, you can be a sword user, you can help deal with this guy, I suppose. He's got Death Blow, basically. I appreciate the restraint of giving regular units skills, though. The fact that we're, like, only within the past couple chapters seeing some units with skills. Oh, interesting. The start of player phase. Okay. Can't be moved. Inflicts -res when they initiate. Can't be broken. If you're next to other tome users, get a buff. And then lose 1 HP at the start of combat and deals +3 damage. That could maybe be used to my advantage. Gold Mary has supports with Hortensia, so I guess we'll send you that way. But then again, Gold Mary is like my only lance user, so maybe Tamara should be brought over. She's just not trained up though, so like I don't know how well she'd actually fare. And also, who do I bail on that? I guess it would be Citrine, because she's the only one who wouldn't have an emblem equipped. But then again, these guys are sword users, so I can Levin sword, but I can sort of ranged chip these guys. Yeah, that's fair. If I get a chance to train up on it for, like, skirmishes or whatever. Damn, I kind of wish that... Can anybody... Maybe Marin can reach this mage guy over here. Yeah. And that's not really going to be able to reach anybody, but as long as she can maybe finish this guy off after we break him, that would be good. Potencia, Ivy. Momentum might be good here too, yeah. Alright, this seems like a pretty decent formation. I like this. Oops. Yeah, I think we're good. Like, no one needs to, like, promote or anything, right? Like, I'm not forgetting a promotion. Like, I think pretty much everyone is promoted already. I think everyone is, actually. Like, literally. Because I doubt dancers can promote, and, I know thieves can't promote either.
Let's keep the fun going.
Oh?
He vanished. He's probably hiding in the shadow.
Is he in a set location? If I had to guess, he's like here. Like, I kind of doubt he would be off to the side randomly, but I guess you never know. Also, I suppose I could have sent Ollier this way to break this guy, and then sent Goldberry the other way. Yeah. Spear barely doesn't kill, which is a little annoying. Alright, if I can ship this guy at 3 range. Oh, you don't have a 3 range, so you. Okay, cool that we landed. Just do that in case I... You barely don't... Why do you barely not kill? It's so annoying. Oh shit. Unnecessary crit, but it might actually... It might actually allow for Marin to kill with 1 hit, maybe. Oh, barely not, which is like a little annoying. Okay, we dodged, so it's effectively the same thing.
Verily.
If someone's gonna be on the front lines, it should be Goldberry. The sad thing is she doesn't kill. I guess I could Killer Bow kill with Annette, and because this guy's broken... Or no, I can just do this then. Like, I don't know what's hiding in the shadows, though, is the issue. I should have brought a torch. Whoops. Maybe... I don't know. It's kind of a crapshoot with, like, not knowing what's back there. I could convoy out a torch. Wait a second. Also, yeah, you have this. I'm actually gonna do that, I think. Okay, so there's an axe user here. Killer axe is a little scary, but maybe we'll be okay.
What you got?
I definitely don't want to bait these guys out if I can help it. Damn, Yunaka's damage output is really lacking. Wait a second. Technology, I forgot.
Me?
Oh my god, why? Why did you not deal any damage?
Show me the way.
Do you know the way?
My will is firm.
Wait, so this would give him plus him. This would give Citrine +1 Oh, it's 48%. We still go for it, though, I guess. Nice. Because then I can actually dance and do it again. Because all Chris is going to do...
The choice is yours.
Jack shit. Keep him, like, kind of centered, I guess. Depending on where I need him. That's actually pretty frickin' goated to land both of those. Oh, shite. Wait, that's it? Wait a second. Am I just really lucky? Or, oh, never mind. I see. Wait, whoa. Wait. But what if I rewound? Would he still be there? If I, like, rewind to the beginning of the turn and just, like, know that he's there? Or not even the beginning of the turn, maybe after one unit moves? How does this work? Because, like... Right, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like... So... if I convoy out a torch... like, is he still gonna be there? Like, is this cheesable in that way? Because if so, like, let's just do this. Yeah! Holy shit! Wait a second. If I can get Yunaka over here, I can... Well, maybe he still teleports. But, like, does Dreadful Aura prevent him from... Ooh. Because then I just super dance, like, now. To get everybody over there to fucking kill him. He always starts here? Well, shit. If I am gonna super dance, though, I should keep in mind... This would only allow me to do 3. But I'm also thinking, like, what if I... Like, dude, this does so much. This is already, like, 1 health bar down. What the hell? Yeah, fuck it. I'm just, like...
So, allow me.
Alright, we don't get the crit, which is unfortunate. But we get the debuffs, though. Ivy can't quite reach, which is a little annoying. We definitely dance Panette in that case. It's always in those corners, which is really crazy. I can also regular dance Panette over there, right? This might be a case for, like, dancing my... Well, I guess I want someone else to chip him, though. Oh, wait, I actually need you. Damn, that's a little annoying. But then I could also change my opening formation as well. And then just cheese it to, like, discover which one it is, use 1 rewind to get him to show himself, and then that's that. What if I... Like, how much does Astral Storm do? I feel like this is worth doing. Like, it's overkill. Oh. He warps away after the first health bar. But then does he stay here, I guess? That's annoying. I got all excited for nothing, damn it. And I'm sure that, like, freezing him or, like, doing any of that shit probably doesn't even work. Like, doesn't actually keep him in place. Damn. I wanted to not play the map, damn it. Better to get him to stop War of Ragnarok. I see. Right, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a better circumstance than him playing hide and seek. Still kind of a crazy strat, though. Only problem is I don't really have a great way to kill this guy over here, but maybe I need to just, like, dance Panette or something. Like, this might also be a map where I just go up one side kind of deal. What's the best way I can deal with Chip? Because I also need to kill this guy, but that should be pretty doable. Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
We missed, which is fucking amazing. You love to see it. I love missing attacks that would actually do what I needed them to do if they landed. It's my favorite thing ever, actually. I think I do need a little bit of chip, though. You not kill, dude. This is such bullshit. Like, literally 2 off is so annoying. Of course! Of course! Of course! Like, why would it play out any other way? I don't understand. Like, of course yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Not salty. Not in the fucking slightest. Fuck this garbage fucking bullshit. Just crit him. Okay, fucking thank God.
Awful.
Why is the AI being smart? I don't like this. I think I still just do this, though, and just, like, keep these guys out of range kind of deal. Like, we break you. Let's see. You're a thief, you're not gonna go for me, you're gonna go for the chests. Which means I guess if Golden is the target, then same difference, right? If unit initiates combat, deal damage to foes within 2 spaces equal to 20% of their max. Interesting. Damn, I kinda wish I didn't place her there now. Just take the chip. 5 until level up, 11 until level up.
Here we go.
Please forgive me.
Also, it is funny that I was complaining about missing like a 66 when I landed 248s back to back the previous turn. Or like, you know, before I rewound to get Gris. I call doubles. Doesn't seem bad here.
Still adorable.
Why can I not dance here? Wait, what? Oh, because these are doubles, I'm dumb. Okay, whoops. I was very confused, and then I was like, wait. Think about this for like 2 seconds. I don't know, whatever, free EXP, I guess.
I really am worthless.
Doubles putting in work. That could have been really bad. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, the music just stops playing after a few turns. Interesting. Yeah, good old Fog of War. It's too risky. I guess I could just Dragon Vein. It's usually a pretty safe bet. This is a problem. There are a lot of recharge points before Gris, so I feel like I should make use of that fact.
Witness my power.
Yeah, it's pretty safe. Alright, advance. They can still retaliate from an advance. Oh, I guess, yeah, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. This would give me access to a sword, so I would not be as at risk. 52%. Trying to think, like, what else am I gonna do here? Like, I think all three of these guys need to die while staying out of range of this guy. In which case, maybe I just ignore... No, this one's kind of dangerous, though. Gold Mary can break one. If she lands, that is. On fort. Damn. Accuracy is really bad.
Just a scratch.
feel like I just 3 range with someone who kills. The problem is the accuracy. Let's try it, I guess. Of course! I should have figured. How silly of me. To think that an attack could land. Silly, silly me. Of course it's one off. Yeah, which means...
A good wind.
Alright, well, we killed. Which is good. Need to not ignore this guy. Maybe I do Blazing Lion. Because then that also prevents you from getting over here. And then that makes these guys easier to kill. In theory. Constantly one off is really insane. Wait a second, did I have a... Okay, I was like, did I have a stat booster I forgot to use? No. Ivy might be able to kill then. No. And she can't even land shit anyway. God damn it. Ugh, the fact that it's one off is really annoying. It's really annoying. I need like a reliable way to kill you too. Yeah. It's probably for... All of your damn near kills, kind of. I mean, he does a lot. Maybe damn near kills is a little bit an overstatement. This is unfortunate. I mean, I think Ivy she does nothing to the monk, basically. What's up, Shinobu time? Marin Monday indeed. I just go for this because Ivy can't really do much else. I mean, I guess she could heal somebody. But now I just pick up the kill with Saline, which seems pretty safe. This guy's still a threat, though. God damn. And this guy's still alive, too, which is a problem. I guess... I could freeze this guy. But then what am I doing? I guess I'm using Ollier and Gold Mary to kill this dude. It seems like kind of a waste of a freeze, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe this is fate. Shoots her shot whether she's gonna miss or not. That's fair. That's fair. Ellis need to take notes. Well, to be fair, like when you look like that, you know, any shot you take is probably, well, okay, outside of battle, her shots would land. Gold Mary, please tell me you kill. Oh, she actually does. Wow, pretty reliably too. I do need the chain attack to land In which case, maybe I go for the 5% less accurate in the instance that the 80 doesn't land.
Sorry if that was too much.
Lip. Hello? What the fuck?
I really am worthless.
Please tell me no one else. Are you fucking serious? That's bullshit. Oh no, wait, holdout. But it's not enough. God fucking damn it. In which case, this is so annoying, dude. I think this was all fine. I think Ivy should heal up Pinette here. You have a mend. You have a recover, even better. So I think what I do... Because like we got a little chip with the backup units, but I think what I do... Oh, right, because you're using an emblem weapon, I actually can't trade a different weapon onto you. So I just heal you to full and hope for the best. Damn. 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 And we're still one off, which is bullshit. Watch this miss. Okay, thank God. Well, I guess if she's gonna get warped away anyway... Then Alchrist is in danger. God fucking damn it! Why are you so weak? Why are you so weak? Why the fuck are you so weak? Okay, she does kill if we engage. Come on, baloney. We landed the baloney, so we're alright. But the underside of a George Foreman letterhead is funny. That's funny as hell. Alright, Goldberry picks up the kill. Very easily. Even easier than last time, interesting. So, hopefully Pinette lives. It helps that she actually has an avoid stat, since I gave her Roy instead of Ike. See what I mean? We also missed, which is unfortunate, but... Oh, God. Okay. How many motherfucking units are there, dude? Okay. Oh my God. Because they know she's a threat. Yunaka, why are you so weak? Why is everybody so weak, though? I don't understand. I mean, I do, actually. Does this change anything? No. I guess we chip and just let the weakest link, aka probably Alchrist. Oh, there's also another guy here. Holy fish paste! It's a god! Can I ignore this guy? I think so. Everyone else outpaces him by... Well, I guess he's a 2 space, but like you have 6 moves, so we'll be fine. This whole area is a problem. Also, we have Shield Gambit and not Flame Gambit this turn, which is bad. We have a rescue... Do I have a rescue staff? Did I make that up? We do have a rescue staff. I think that's the play, then. Where do I rescue you to, though? And also the other thing is, you have Entrap. So if I can kill you at 2 range, or 3 ranges would be even better, actually. Someone with Canto? Cantor? Johto? I feel like, as long as... If someone attacks Marin through the wall, it's not the worst thing, because then at least not... Most of these other guys can't reach her to, like, follow up. So I'm kind of thinking, like... Do this, and then 3 range kill this guy. Yeah, I mean... That's fair. Yeah, just the maddening bonuses, like, being crazy. That's fair. Alright, Alchrist, it's your time to shine.
I'm sorry.
Getting in trap. I do need to pull the rescue. What rank is rescue? Is it B? It is B. So any of my staff users can use it. In order to keep you out of range... Damn. Accuracy is really bad here. Probably a... Well, I should just take the kill and then trade a lance so I don't get broken, I think.
I'm too good.
Oh, also we have Cantor. Wait a second. I forgot about technology. The only thing is Olier doesn't have Cantor. So he can't... how much do you deal? This guy, 45? It's like we live 1 round. So as long as I'm out of range of 11 sword guy, which would be here... I like the idea of doing this. And then... Someone needs to... Okay, easy enough. Someone stands next to Olier and rescues. I guess the issue then... Well, I can dance somebody also. Wait a second. Wait a second, wait a second. Because I can actually get everyone out of range here. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So even if someone's standing here... Unfortunately, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That wouldn't work. I'm just nervous about rescuing and having her be in range. Then again, yeah, kind of all of my flyer, all of my... Yeah. The other thing is, like, Cantor range is also kind of bad. Like, I sort of feel like I should just move you here so I have more units out of the way, but I might need the damage. $14. Well, Citrine being in range of 11 swords should not be a problem. Right? I think? Although you're pretty fast. Oh my god, yeah, we get doubled. But it's only 26 magic attacks, so we would take 4 per, right? Yeah, so it's not... That's not actually a problem. So this might be the chip I need. Nice. And then I can actually leave her here. If I would like to. Now... Oh, you do kill with the steel blade? Alright. Get murked.
Guided by the emblems.
I do have units that can heal, though. Also, Ivy doesn't mind the Levin Sword guy either. Like, he's not really actually a threat. I can, like, sort of ignore him, except for Saline kind of takes a lot. So maybe Saline should be the rescuer. I'm not entirely sure where this would put Panette, though. But I am going to be able to heal her up, though. So as long as... Yeah, she would be out of range if she goes here. Obviously, getting her here would be better, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to guarantee that. And then if she's here, we can Physic, but I'd rather her not get more poison damage, so I think I'm going to do it from here, right? No. Yes. Because she'd only be in range of this guy, and then we just heal her to full. Yeah. I think so. And the Entrap guy is no longer a problem. Also, Panette can just move. Duh. And we also canter. I guess the problem now is that we don't see the ranges, but we do know that here is a danger spot. I can just Elixir, in fact. Or I could stay here, equip an axe, and Elixir. This is also true. Because I think she's only in range of... I think we're only in range of one guy. Also, I forgot Elixirs only heal 30. I was thinking that it would heal the full. I'm still in Binding Blade mode. Oh, you don't even have a Vuln. I mean, we take, like, nothing from this. Yeah, literally. In fact, I could even leave... I could even just have Hortensia start chipping this guy if I wanted to. In fact... I mean, it's not even worth it, though. I'll just put her here. I could perhaps... Oh, yeah. Like, we can't see anything else. Never mind. Just try this. Oh, what? Okay, I miscalculated something major. Somehow. I don't know. I think I had a unit blocking, and so I didn't bother to, like, manually check. Can you dodge a 57? Alright, we're actually okay, which is kind of crazy. Somehow.
I must focus.
We don't kill you in one shot. Damn, this shit is crazy. Okay. I also feel like, isn't there one more unit back here somewhere? A little scared. This could be a Dragon Vein moment. Like, kill this guy, pray there's no one else over here. And then Dragon Vein dodge tank, like here, or something. Send you. Oh my god, it does fucking 0, but we have Cantor, so wait a second.
Here we go.
Okay. We discover that, there's another unit there. So you know there's one unit behind here. This guy's broken. Yeah, these guys are, yeah, great knights, armored. Damn. What does Shield Gambit do again? First long range attacks do no damage. Yeah, I mean, if we were in range of these guys, but I'm gonna Dragon Bane here with Yunaka, I think. I think I'm just gonna work on healing you up. Like, she might end up being in range of this guy, because the fog won't block everybody, but it'll be out of range of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. How many stacks of poison do you have? 2? Yeah. Okay. I do wish Marin had Canter.
Allow me.
Damn, not even the Radiant Bow deals anything. God damn it. What do I need to do? I could also Dance Pinette out of range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because everyone else would be out of range. Like, let's tag these guys real quick. And just, like, ensure... Because I'm in a Dragon Vein where Alcryst is standing, which will block these guys. As long as I put nobody here.
Retribution is due.
I do wish Allier could break without having to take 28 first. Oh wait, he can. Wait a second. That's funny as hell. Okay. How much does Marin take from this guy? 25, so I'd have to heal her up. Which should be doable, except for the fact... that this guy's kind of a threat. I mean, I might put Panette here once I heal her. Granted, yeah, like, I can restore staff. But then Marin's in danger from this cav. Well, I guess we damn near kill this guy. Just like as is. And he's broken. So I can't afford to go for this. And then I could physic you up. But then I'm trying to think, like, who gets the kill? I guess Ivy being in range of this guy is probably fine. So maybe I actually just put Marin here and, like, heal up. Or... Valkyries doesn't have... So I can put Ivy here to kill this guy, which means who's killing this guy? Someone would need to heal up. Because I'm like, do I mend? You don't have a mend staff. It's really dumb. Like, recover you? No, I have to have you kill this guy. In fact, I could even L-Thunder. Alchrist, what can you do? Nothing? Wait, no, actually. Ah! Shit. Shit! God damn it. Okay. You're Dragon Veining here. I wish I could do that right now, but... yeah. Where was Ollier before? There, so it wouldn't have helped anyway. If he was here... no, here. He'd have to be, here. Damn. What can Alchrist do then? Nothing. It's so shitty. And you don't have an L-Thunder, so you can't even pick this guy off. Fuck. It's so fucking annoying, dude. Oh my god. Then I think I have to do this and, like, heal you up. I don't see any other way to, like, do it. I could super dance. I feel like, well, you know, I could super dance. I could do that. Because we got plenty of recharge points before the boss. Like, it's not going to take... it's probably going to take me more than 3 turns to do that. Although, wait, Dimitri's over here, so I'm actually stupid. But... oh, ah, fuck me, dude. God damn it. So stupid. Actually, dog shit. Attacked to break this guy was fine. This was fine. This was... I mean, she can't really do much else. Can I position Ollier to, like... like, maybe having Ollier be here instead would be better? Oh, and I could still break this guy from this range, yeah? And that's all I did. Yeah, okay. Stupid. Although, wait, you did... right, you did like a regular... oh, this might just kill... okay, yeah, it just kills.
No one desires war.
I guess technically Ollier's in danger, but... can I set this up in a way that, like, I can kill this guy with Alchrist and super dance him so he can move out of the way? Like, if I put you here... no. Because if Alchrist is here, then you would need to be, like, here. Or... I mean, obviously I just die. I do think this is correct, though. Although maybe I put you here for a potential super dance. And then...
Here we go.
Oh wait, that's actually... we're still one off, which is annoying. Yeah, I guess Shield Gambit could have been an option. Okay, of course we miss. But we get another chance. I could also Shield Gambit, yeah, you're right, before we Super Dance here. We get another turn with Seed All too, which means I probably could have played this turn more aggressively. I don't know if this is going to be a danger zone. We're going to Fog here. And so it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can always dance you out with Sidal, I guess. Seedall, that is. Seedall. Put you here. I need to heal you up, though. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'll apologize later.
What would my logo for a hypothetical net Navi be? What would I picture my Navi to look like? I used to think about this back in the day. I think something music oriented would make sense. I don't know if Music Man is necessarily like that interesting of a concept, but I could Fortify. I don't know, that's a good question. It would definitely have to be something oriented around like music and saxophone and stuff like that, for sure. But it's hard to say what specifically that might be. Could Fortify, like I was saying, or no, well, I'd have to dance you. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this should be safe, I hope.
With elegance.
What would yours be, Space Cowboy? I'm curious. I feel like I'm never good at answering these types of questions. We just get big damage with Annette. And then finish with Marin? Maybe it's better to attack with Marin first, then. Only problem is she's injured. Okay, we still don't kill, which is great. If we crit 1, it's a 50-50, so in theory we should crit 1. In theory, I said. That's just a theory. Fuck me, I'm dog shit at this game theory. Just take the most avoidant one, I think. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ! I miss when axe units were inaccurate, for fuck's sake, dude. Wait, maybe you kill. Oh, Chris, you beautiful bastardized butthole.
Allow me. I'm so pathetic.
Copacetic? The problem is that Hort is in danger. And that's not good. I might have miscalculated. I hate this fucking game, dude. Oh my god. I'm an ass. I should just fucking restart at this point, dude. There's so much left. There's so much left. And I am so far behind. We've made it one room further. Jesus Christ. And I've lost like 30,000 units. I hate this fucking bullshit. And I know I'm playing poorly, but like... The rewind is forcing me to be complacent. Not forcing. It's causing me to be complacent. And so I'm just like, I'm not calcing things as intricately as I would, or as I have been in like my Binding Blade playthrough, which has been going great still. I'm almost at the end, actually. I'm on chapter 20. But, which I guess is fitting, we're on chapter 20 here. But I'm like... Man... It's like the combination of rewind causing me to be complacent, and obviously the inflated enemy stats on the hardest difficulty, but you know, that's what it is, right? But also, like, I know I don't need to keep everybody alive necessarily, but like these newer Fire Emblems, which I do enjoy to certain capacities, but it's like the fact that like you really not that you can't, but like that you probably shouldn't allow for units to die, really, because you just don't get that many of them in the grand scheme of things, and or you really need them to be trained up for them to be viable. Whereas in some of the older titles, like, you could have people on the bench that like maybe could come out and actually do something later on, or at the very least be like a shield for somebody, but they're like fog ups at hard-hitting units in the front. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's the calves in the back that are the problem, though. Like these two that are on the left. And they're so fucking tanky. But maybe I do just pull everybody back as far as possible then. And fog like here or some shit. Yeah, like, yeah, ability to leave units in some kind of daycare. Like, you know, as akin to the Pokemon daycare, that is. That could be interesting. Maybe you can alter their growths there, too. Like, maybe you can use a special item to, like, increase one of their growths or something. Maybe at the cost of others. I think you had mentioned something like natures from Pokemon being implemented would be interesting. Like items that could change someone's growths, like take 10% from here and put 10% into there. I think that would be interesting. I said like 5 times. Like maybe I just ignore this guy. And you deal 0. Well, I guess we do Draconic Hex, to be fair. Poop in your pants. Break you. Like, I play much more carefully when I'm playing a Fire Emblem that doesn't have rewind. I just want that to be on the record, because there's just like so much you have to consider here, and I know this is like less than like Awakening and Fates on their hardest difficulties for sure, because we're only just now getting units with skills, but it's still just like, God. like God. In what way, though? Unpredictable, unknowable? I guess that... I just said shit, and, like, maybe that actually makes sense, funny enough. Like this, so, like, yeah, pull everybody back, and then, like, fog, like, closer. That makes sense. I don't know. We baloney here. Divine madness, right? Wait, and we can't turn away. And she cantered away. Hoping this doesn't put you in range of someone. I don't think anyone's here. Like, they would have come out by now, right? Maybe? Also, Fog of War just sucks in, like, every Fire Emblem game, pretty much. Just an unfortunate mechanic. I guess I need you to... I mean, I can attack and then dance. I could super dance here as well, I suppose. To, like, really ensure that I can get out of range here. Like, I could attack with you to debuff. Yeah, I can't do any damage, but... if I super danced... and then danced Seedal... Wait a second, I might be onto something here. Heshkats gets a little bit of use. Bond Guard, that's true. Yeah, I'm like not great at always considering all my options as well. That's been a problem. And I've accidentally actually benefited from some things. Like, I didn't realize how Dreadful Aura worked. And so, like, when that procced a few maps back, I was like, wait, this actually changed. This actually, like, gives me an advantage I didn't realize. On 17, I think it was. Like, I froze Hyacinth and Veil in place for a turn, which helped me... well, I think I was going to win either way, but, like, it helped me win more easily, at the very least. Well, I guess I might as well move you here. Maybe that was a mistake. Who was super dancing? I guess Marin and... you know what? I think I danced Panette, but I actually leave you here.
Fine by me.
Maybe I should have left Ivy where I left her.
For those I must protect.
Please tell me no one's gonna, like, ambush me from here. That'd be great. I think, yeah, we'll super dance. And that way Seedal can actually... oh, I guess the problem is Seedal kind of has to dance. Well... like, I have to get you out of the way. Bitch, get out the way. And then... I can ignore you. Wolf Knights don't ignore fog, right? Like, so if I fog here... or something... I don't know if that's correct or not. I'm just thinking about trying to prevent Hortensia from getting hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, like, she's out of range from this end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, yeah. So, like, for sure fogging here. Somewhere. But I'm like, so, like, 1, 2... like, 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, like, do I fog here? I think that could be correct. 1, 2, 3... 4, like, 5, 6... if that's how that works. It means I do have to dance. I can actually see how this works real quick first. And we heal you for a little bit more, which helps. My most avoidant weapon. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that does work. Maybe I should light this. I don't think it matters, though. We're like surrounding this shit right now. Okay, 50-50. Okay. We still get Draconic Hex. Oh, never mind. Is that specifically when you initiate, I guess?
That's it.
Just dodge one! It's literally, like, more beneficial than a coin flip. And you can't fucking dodge one! Oh my god! Dude! Fucking stop it! God damn it! Is it better to do it here? Does that leave Hortensia in danger? I could shield Gambit. Is that better? Like, I genuinely don't know what the fuck else to do, man. That's some fucking bullshit. Also, that only applies to me, so Yunaka still dies. I don't care about this. Let me skip the whole fucking turn so I can see. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Dude, I don't want to keep glazing Binding Blade because I'm going to do a video on it, and I'm going to talk about what I like about it and stuff. But, like, people dislike Binding Blade for bullshit, and I am, like, so over this game, though. And I'm just like, am I just completely fucking out of touch with everything that's going on with Nintendo games? Like, first, I'm not excited for Mario Kart or Donkey Kong. And then next, like, this game that people praise for its gameplay is, like, pissing me the fuck off constantly. Oh my god, dude. Like... Move Marin. Keep Marin around her so she grants the boost to female allies. I have to put Yunaka somewhere else, though, for sure. I just don't know what else to do. Fucking hell, man. Like, this puts Hortensia in danger. I don't care about the goddamn thieves! Oh my god. I'm like...
As you wish.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, Three Houses Maddening I've played through so many times that, like, it's still obviously pissed me off when, like, you would miss something that you needed to land, and then it's like, all right, let's rewind, and, like, blah, blah, blah. But that's, like, that's a design philosophy thing, where it's not like... Most other, like, Fire Emblem's pre-rewind, aside from Shadows of Valentia, which, like, weirdly is designed actually... It's, like, pretty balanced without... If you were to ignore the rewind. So... Let's say starting with Three Houses, like, it's a design thing where I've talked about it a lot on these previous streams where it's like they're able to throw more bullshit at you because you have rewinds, and the rewinds are supposed to, like, obviously help you undo mistakes, but I weirdly find this process to be more frustrating and tedious and annoying than the older games, which Yeah, I would reset a map if like a particular unit died, maybe. But like, I know a lot of Fire Emblem players like just reset maps to keep everyone alive constantly, which I think is insane. I used to be like that too, obviously, when I first started playing, like over 10 years ago at this point, but it's like, when you play the older games and you don't play like that, I find it to be so much more gratifying. Because those games are designed with the permadeath like actually being a thing and having that in mind. And so I just find that balance to be more my speed than this. And yeah, I could play this on hard, but I would be blitzing through this shit on hard, and I don't know if it would be as fun in that way, because it wouldn't feel like it's pushing back. I just really don't want to play this game right now. Like, that's the thing. That's like where I'm at. And this is a feeling that's been bubbling up for so fucking long. And Chapter 17 was that. And I'm not saying that this is harder than Chapter 17. It's like, it's just Fog of War being fucking annoying. But I like, just the thought of like continuing to play this makes me groan. I feel like the games nowadays treat more things like a mistake because the rewind is there. Right, like it's a design philosophy shift. It's not as simple as saying, oh, don't use the rewind. Like, it's not as simple as that. It's more arguable in this game than Three Houses. Like, Three Houses, like, if you're talking maddening at least, highest difficulty, right? Shadows of Valentia hard, you could definitely play that game without rewind and actually be okay. Especially because there are revival springs, so you can revive a few units. And also, like, hard mode in Shadows of Valentia just isn't that hard, barring like a few maps that are bullshit. But like Nui Baba's Abode, for instance, is one that comes to mind. But I think that's optional, isn't it? But anyway, I guess I'm feeding into the criticism that I'm trying to debunk. It's just like more clearly communicated. Right, like every time I've lost a unit in Binding Blade, it's because I made a mistake, and I can clearly see that and determine that. There were some times where, like, yeah, an enemy landed like a 20% hit, but it's been pretty rare. I've been able to mitigate the RNG pretty well in Binding Blade thus far. And plus, the hardest part of that game is like the first 7 chapters. So once you're past that, it's like really just not. There are hard maps after that, but it's not as bad. Especially once you get the ball rolling on certain units, like Rutger and some others. But like, I catch myself being lazy at times with the older games, and I'll lose a unit because of it. And sometimes I'll reset depending on how soon into a map I am. I'm not quite to the point where I'm doing like Iron Man runs or whatever. I'd like to try one at some point, but it's like the rewind, it's a double-edged sword, because like it can help you realize your mistakes, but because you're undoing those mistakes, it can also be a passivity trap. How much player expression would you say those games have in terms of strategy? Do older FE games feel like more of a puzzle with correct answers? I actually don't think so. I mean, there's less unit customization, certainly, because most of the older titles, like, think about it like this, I guess. Sacred Stones was the first game. Well, okay. Gaiden had reclassing, I think, because like the villagers, but I haven't played the original Gaiden. That's like kind of an anomaly, though. Most of the games, like pre-Sacred Stones, you had your Myrmidons, and they would promote to a Swordmaster, and you had your Cavaliers that would promote to a Paladin. And there were differences in certain games, sure, and there were class-specific, or unit-specific classes at times, right? But like Sacred Stones introduced branching promotions, where you have 2 choices as far as like, do you want your your knight to become a general or a great knight, right? And there are pros and cons to each. Although I would argue in that game, like, there is somewhat of a correct answer as far as who to promote into who. But I feel like the moment-to-moment map design in a lot of the older titles, I mean, it varies from game to game, of course, but I just feel like I just feel like I approach those games differently now, and it took a lot of practice, and it took a lot of like playing those older titles to really get used to it. Like Genealogy was a chore, my first my first full run, but like knowing what I know now, and if I went back to it, it would go a lot smoother. Thracia, same deal. Binding Blade is punishing in certain ways, but it's like refined, like it's GBA Emblem. So if you've played FE7 or FE8, it's like those, just like maybe a little less polished in some regards, but I also find it to be like challenging in a way that 7 and 8 aren't, that I like. And I think that's part of it, is that like FE6 pushes you, like if you play hard mode, FE6 like pushes you from the very beginning. 7 and 8 do not. Like you have to like slog through like the first few chapters in 7 and 8, even on the hardest difficulties. Assuming you're doing Lin mode in 7, I guess. Like Hector, if you're just starting with Hector, skipping those first like 11 chapters or whatever, then yeah. But as far as player expression, I don't know, because like they give you a lot of units that you can use. Like there's just wider casts, and so a lot of the expression comes from like, who am I deploying, right? Who am I deploying? The weapon types, it's a little limited, but like it's kind of limited here, right? Once you get access to silvers, why are you using steels? Like steels get outclassed and stuff like that. Irons can have their place, sure. You know, killing edges, but like the resources are limited. So it's about resource management in that way. In a way that I just don't get out of the newer titles as much, I feel like. Seems like map design philosophy has changed to account for a variety of options. Right, that's the other thing too, is like these games can afford to throw a lot more as far as like stats and skills and like whatever it might be in any of the past 5 games or whatever. Because like units can class into like anything. And that was something that was introduced in Shadow Dragon. That started in Shadow Dragon. And that system there is like, it's pretty limited, but like it's easy enough to ignore if you want. Really, like you don't, it's not really like one of those things that's like super exciting. Yeah, and that's something that's a criticism I threw at Three Houses in my video on it, was like the power level is so high, but like on both sides. Yeah, like both sides are so, like you're so cracked. Monster Hunter has run into like a similar problem. Very different series, but like the more mobile they make the hunter, the more stuff they have to give the monsters to like make up for that. And so then you get like these DPS check AoE attacks in like Monster Hunter World. And I loved World, like I really enjoyed World. But there were a select few monsters like late game in Iceborne and stuff like that that had these like party wipe moves that they would do if you didn't have the DPS to like get them down low enough. Because you're much more mobile there. So like the more you power up the player, the more you have to power up the enemies in tandem. And a lot of modern games that fail to do that even, which is why a lot of criticism gets thrown at games for being too easy nowadays. And I think that's true in certain cases, and like certain, especially if you look, I think, on the Western side of things, development-wise, where I feel like there's more of a focus on like cinematic design, and that's certainly in Japanese games too, but I feel like there's exceptions on both sides, obviously, but like I don't know. I could go on and on and on about this. I just like I don't know. I look forward to streaming because it's cool to hang out and stuff like that, but I don't really look forward to like playing this game as far as streaming is concerned. Like I would rather play something else. And it sucks because like I'd like to see it through. I'd like to see it through on Maddening. And it's not even this particular chapter. This is something that's, I've talked about this in other videos on Fire Emblem games that I dropped at certain points. It's not even necessarily for like this specific map. It's funny because it's usually around chapter 20 as well. That's what happened with Binding Blade the first time. That's what happened with Thracia. That's what happened with Conquest this most recent time, which I guess was 2 years ago now. But around chapter 20, it's like that's like the boiling point where if I've been kind of going through the motions and kind of like not feeling invested, that's the point where it's kind of like, I'm just ready to be done. And yeah. I like the boss mechanics though, that's the thing. And I realize how busted it would be if these enemies weren't as stat inflated as they are, because breaking is a thing. So like if they were frailer and you could just break and like kill with another unit, which usually, I mean, that can kind of be the case here too, but it's like a confluence of factors. It's not like any one individual thing. That's why you like Souls games. That's fair, yeah. I struggled to get into Souls games for the longest time, and then I played Dark Souls 3 for the first time all the way through last summer, and really enjoyed it, honestly. Mostly I was impressed by like the level design aspects. Like I didn't expect for that to be the takeaway, but even if you're broken, even if you don't. Yeah, I mean, I guess, well, that's the thing with action games too. I feel like with action games, like it doesn't matter what your stats are, it comes down to execution, but at the same time, hypothetically in an action game, if you don't get hit, then you could just win with anything, as long as you can at least deal some damage, right? It's something that I talked about when I streamed the Mario and Luigi RPGs, and it's part of the reason why I have a problem with RPGs with action commands, which is why I'm very curious to see how Expedition 33 turns out. I'm very skeptical of action commands, because it can just nullify everything if you play well enough. I think the Mario and Luigi games handled it well, though. I think those games are pretty balanced in a way that, like, it's like, yeah, hypothetically, if you dodge everything, you have unlimited defense, but actually dodging everything is like another story. Like actually doing that, and I get that goes for like all action command based games, sure. You know, Space Cowboy hates Souls. Yeah, I know he's definitely throwing some shade. Also, Space Cowboy, I'm so sorry. I totally ignored your message about the NetNavi thing. Imagine your weapon be a music note. Yeah, I think that would be kind of sick, actually. Like a music note shaped scythe or axe of some kind. That would be dope. Do you think it's okay since you have to be good enough? Yeah. No, it's not really a criticism, because it's not really something that's practical. Like, just dodge everything. Like, okay, like look, the dodge rolling in Dark Souls can be pretty generous, to say the least, depending. But you also are limited because it uses stamina, and so like eventually you'll have to stop rolling. And stuff like that. So like, there's a lot to consider there, for sure. And yeah, I don't necessarily mean it as like a criticism for like pure action games. I just think like turn-based games with action commands can be, it's like a fine line to balance. And I think balancing turn-based games in particular is hard as well. Like it's probably harder than with action games almost, because you can't do like what I was just saying, where it's like, well, in this game you can't just say dodge everything, because it's literally just numbers based. It's literally odds and dice rolls and shit like that. So it ultimately comes down to RNG, but then with turn-based games, it's a lot of the time trying to mitigate RNG as much as possible. I think that's what Fire Emblem is all about, especially in the older titles. Whereas here, you try to mitigate the RNG as best you can, and like even if you do, or if you fail to, then you just rewind, and like there's no... And they have to throw so much at you because they give you so many rewinds. It's like how Three Houses Maddening, for us, as unbalanced as you could claim it is, and I would kind of agree, it's designed in a way that's meant to eat up your rewinds. And you could argue, probably to a lesser degree, but that's the same case here. Not exactly what we're talking about, but I think this is why I like Skyrim so much and why I get so many passes. The combat's dumb. Yeah, Skyrim's a weird one, because like you can point to so many facets of that game and critique them, like, and make it sound terrible in all of those regards. Like, the combat isn't great on its own. The dialogue and, like, the storytelling isn't really that great either. But, like, yeah, like, the exploration aspects and stuff like that. Plus, it's so moddable, too. So, like, you can really play it, like, any which way that you want to and tailor it to that degree, right? Games like this, the gameplay is all there. So there's nothing to cushion the blow. Yeah, that's I think part of the reason why story is so important. Story and characters are so important in JRPGs, because for as inventive as JRPGs, well, this is not a this is an SRPG or a TRPG or whatever you want to call it, right? But just like with RPGs kind of in general, especially in the Japanese vein, because those tend to be turn-based, whether it be top-down like this, or whether it be like a Persona game or SMT or Final Fantasy, like the older Final Fantasies or whatever, right? For as inventive as those systems can get, like, that's why, at least to me, like, the story and character aspects to role-playing games, but like especially Japanese role-playing games, is so important. Because like you look at like Persona 5 versus like Persona 3 Reload or something, right? It's like Reload makes some changes, I think for the better in some cases actually, to the gameplay. Stripping away how powerful baton pass is, for instance, and like stuff like that. That I think was like way too overpowered in P5. But the thing is, like, you could look at both of those games, and if you just isolated them down to their gameplay, it's like, okay, do you like procedural generated dungeons versus handcrafted dungeons with a lot of dialogue, right? Like, what is your preference there? Because otherwise the combat is like mostly very similar, if not like very samey, right? But then it's like, okay, P3 and P5 had completely different cast of characters, completely different narratives, completely different. Well, the structure's like kind of the same in the calendar system, but like different structures as far as the dungeon crawling is concerned, and like how those stories are paced and stuff like that. And like it comes down to like the narrative elements ultimately, and like really minor changes as well. That's why it's hard to rank. I like doing tier lists. I really enjoy doing tier lists, but that's why it's hard to rank certain series, because it's like usually most series will nail the basics from entry to entry, but then it ends up coming down to like the nitty gritty, like a really fine detail kind of stuff. Like, do you prefer materia or do you prefer junctions? Do you prefer espers? Like, you know, like when it comes to Final Fantasy, right? And I still really enjoy turn-based games, don't get me wrong, but I felt this especially with like Pokemon, even with ROM hacks, even if you were nuzlocking, which I haven't done in a while, and stuff like that. Even with those limitations and restrictions you're putting on yourself or whatever, if it's put on you by a ROM hack or whatever, it's still like the combat in that game, in Pokemon singles in particular, in-game, like against CPU, is so limited that like it just kind of becomes boring after a while. I think competitive singles is very interesting. I don't play it a ton, but like I enjoy watching content creators who do like competitive singles Pokemon stuff, despite it feeling kind of stale as far as like doing like a full playthrough kind of thing. But yet I'll still keep coming back because nostalgia's a factor, but also just like they're kind of like comfort games to me, I guess. But as far as Fire Emblem Engage, I know we've gotten like super off topic, and I've just been what's bro yapping about, etc. and so on. But when it comes to this game, like there are aspects I like. There are characters that I like. I like the emblem mechanics. I think it's very interesting. I think it's cool. That's the most interesting aspect to things. But like they are so powerful that they kind of have to throw inflated enemy stats at you to like make it fair or make it not be like too easy. And I feel like at this point, I'm at least glad that Intelligent Systems hasn't been afraid to make their hardest difficulty like very difficult still. Because like I know the Persona games like tend to be on the easier side, and like yeah, but also a lot of that is like knowledge and preparation and Like, if you played a Persona game before, your next Persona game is going to be easier because, again, the gameplay just doesn't change that much. The combat, as it were. But that's not really, like, what you go to that series for, in my opinion. But, when it comes to Fire Emblem, it's like, Shadows of Valentia got some criticism for its hardest difficulty not being hard enough. And then Three Houses maybe similarly got similar criticism because it didn't launch with maddening. And they patched in maddening, but it was like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's arguably too much, especially in the early game. Chapter 3 in particular, the bandit one, that shit is like, doesn't matter how many times you've done it, it's always nasty. And you don't have access to your full Divine Pulse charges also, because you have to do So This Is Paralog first. Just put bonfires in Fog of War maps. I do think, like, I keep saying this, but like Shadow Dragon's save method, I just think, obviously with this map, like, maybe there wouldn't be a save until here or something, right? But like, Shadow Dragon has spots on the map that are one-time save points. One-time saves. And so that obviously doesn't matter in an Iron Man because you're just playing until you game over, basically. But it's like, if you put a map save like halfway through, it makes things less grueling. With these games, you couldn't do that with Rewind because then it's like, well, you could, but it's kind of, I don't really see the point, I guess, in that case. But like, I like that, and then maybe if you do play on the hardest difficulty, there are no map saves or something. Which I guess, like, even if that was the case here, I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, so in that case, there would be no map saves or whatever. And by map saves, I mean like a tile, not like being able to just save whenever, like I think you can in Radiant Dawn and Genealogy of the Holy War. Because I think, like, as much as I've criticized Three Houses, and as much as Three Houses does a lot well, but like, for all the criticisms you could levy at it, it was easy to overlook a lot of those problems because of the story and characters, at least on a first time through, right? You can criticize the story, you can criticize the characters, sure, whatever, but that's like so far and away that game's strength compared to the gameplay and the pacing and the balance and like all that kind of stuff, right? Yeah, I almost even think that, like, see, I've talked about how Rewind should be, in a perfect world, Rewind should be a separate toggle from the difficulty. It should be like casual mode. It should be like choosing between classic and casual. But if you're rewinding and resetting constantly, then what the fuck is the point of playing on classic? I still just do it because, I guess at this point, like, what's even... I feel like it's kind of cheap to, like, play how you want. If people play casual mode, that's fine. That might even be, like, a better way to play some of, like, I know people say, like, Conquest Lunatic on casual, like, might be the play or something like that, right? For some people. But that's, like, it's a choice that you get to make. Also, Conquest doesn't have Rewind. But, what's it called? It's like... the fuck was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Rewind should be a separate toggle. It should be a separate difficulty option. Map saves could also be a separate difficulty option. Like, I think just the more options, the better. But the problem with Rewind being an option is that if the game is still balanced like this, and you take away Rewind, good fucking luck! You know? Maybe Three Houses is a better example, because I'm sure people have Iron Man this game. But certainly not on a first run. In fact, this is my first playthrough, is like also something to note. Doing maddening on a first run was probably not the right call, ultimately. It's usually not what I do with Fire Emblem. I was just kind of feeling myself because I'd played through Three Houses maddening a million times, and I heard that maddening here was a lot more balanced. So I was like, okay. And it honestly wasn't so bad for a while. And it's not that I don't think that I could do this. I definitely think I could. I just don't really want to. It's a tricky thing. Because it would also be different, I think, to an extent, if I was, like... The fact of the matter is, like, I'm not invested in the story enough to, like, want to push through this. Like, that's the thing. I'm sure I could do it. I think I'm perfectly capable of doing it. But, like, I just think about doing that, and I'm like, what's the payoff? The payoff is oftentimes, like, more story, right? If it's more of this, and I'm not enjoying this, then that's not really a payoff, is it, right? But if I was intrigued by the story, and I was willing to push through, then that would be that'd be a totally different story. LOL, got him. But yeah, like, I don't feel like, again, technically, yeah, the gameplay here is, like, much more dynamic because you have all the emblems and stuff like that. At least when you have all the emblems, at the very least. But it's like, again, it's like, to me, it's like, it's not so far and away, like, this is like, this makes the other games unplayable now kind of thing to me. It's not that, to the point where I would just rather play, like, most of the other Fire Emblem games at this point. You got to Lucia and started crying, yeah. That's fair. I hate bailing on playthroughs, though. Like, I hate doing that because it's like... I don't know. But it's also like, if I'm not having fun, which I'm not, I'm enjoying Binding Blade a lot more, which might sound crazy to some people because, like, oh, axes have such low hit, oh, ambush reinforcements. It's like, dude, just don't leave your units by the entrance to the map and you won't get ambushed 9 times out of 10. It's like, it's so, like, you can play around that shit in the older games. And you can, I guess you can play around it here too. Sure, this is more Fog of War being bullshit, just generally speaking. Like, you'd like me to see this game through, but you don't want to see me play something I'm not having fun with. Yeah, it's just, dude. If this was like a 23 chapter game instead of a 26 one, then I would be like, all right, but this is the 7th to last chapter, not the 2nd to last chapter, the 7th. There's 7 chapters including this one. And I don't think that I have the motivation to, like, do this. And it makes me feel shitty because it's like, at least since streaming on the channel, I haven't bailed on a playthrough. Okay, I guess technically, like, I streamed some of Metroid Prime 3. I really don't like Metroid Prime 3, just for the record. I tried to stream that game back when I was still streaming on Twitch in, like, 2021 or whatever. And I bailed, and then I came back to it a year later on YouTube, and then I bailed again. So, like, I guess that counts, but, like, that wasn't even, like, gonna be a full playthrough. It was just more like, let's finish this. Ugh. 21 and 22 are a double fight, like 10 and 11. I kind of figured that was the case, because I like, looked at the chapters, like, where they're located and stuff. And I think both of those are in, like, Lycia Castle or something, right? It's only gonna get more annoying from here. No one will blame you if you called it quits, if you're not having fun. Yeah. And I'm about to get the true ending in Binding Blade hard mode, so if anyone has something to say about me bailing on this, then they can suck my ass. But I just, yeah. It's so interesting. It's so interesting. Unless you really get stuff for your units and do some cheese, it's not that fun. Is that kind of the consensus on maddening, is that it just gets bullshit by the end? Like, I've tried to avoid looking too deeply into how people feel, and like, I know Mecha, who's like the main Fire Emblem channel that I keep tabs on, like I don't think he hasn't streamed Engage maddening, I don't think. I might be wrong on that. But I know he's dabbled with it off stream, but like I don't know that I've seen a whole lot of conversation my point being, I don't think I've seen a whole lot of conversation surrounding like Engage maddening. This Reddit post from 2 years ago. Finished Engage maddening. I liked it up until the last 5 or so chapters. Yesterday I completed my first run of maddening. Up until the late game I really did enjoy it. It felt like a reasonable step up from hard and manageable. But around chapter 21 or so, enemies just get to be inflated stat walls. It just wasn't interesting or fun to deal with. The only chapter I had fun with in late game was 25, but that's because you can essentially cheat the rules by ignoring splitting up your team with rewarp. Wait, they take the emblem rings away in 22 again? Dude, why the fuck? What? Why do they do this? Hey, let's build this game around a central mechanic that's actually really fun and engaging, for pardon the pun, and then let's remove that from the player for 2 Oh my god. That is like so fucking bad design. It's not even goddamn funny, dude. I'm not doing this shit. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be respectful because I know people like this game. It's not a slight on anyone who likes this game. I'm just like, oh my god. Yeah, I feel like there's no way that I do Fell Xenologue and the paralogs and shit like that. Yeah, it's like, let's remove... See, the problem is, like, with them removing that, and then especially if they remove the rewind, too, it's like... It's just the game isn't designed to, like, not have those things. Like, I guess you could design a chapter to do that, but... It's like you lull the player into a false sense of security and then strip away the things that, like, allow for the game to function. Put these streams on a tier 3 sub paywall, yeah. I don't know, I'm probably just gonna bail. I'm probably just gonna bail my playthrough, honestly. Infinite reinforcements and it's all Griffin Knights, man. Let's see, I'm reading through the comments on this Reddit thread. 24, 25, and 26 are much more manageable. This is how I feel about maddening. Really not a big fan of IS's attempt to balance emblems with inflated enemy stats and annoying gimmicks. 23 onwards, you'll start encountering enemies with capped defenses and a boatload of health. Yeah. This person literally says they've attempted maddening runs 10 plus times and have only finished 1 because they got too bored most of the time to tackle the late game on their other saves. It's just not fun. Let's play Binding Blade instead. Let's finish up, yeah, I'm done with this game. I've seen enough. Let's play a real Fire Emblem game. If I was a douche, I would say that. Is this gonna register? Is the picture gonna show up or what? Let's go. Could always play Frontiers. You mean Sonic Frontiers? Now this is a Fire Emblem game. Manually checking ranges. Let's do this shit. Alright, so the reason why I have a flyer in range of a Ballista is because she has the Delphi shield, and also Melody is, like, cracked. Look at these stats. Actually insane. Look at Rutger's stats. Rutger is a beast. Crits. The reason they call him Critger, he crits everything. So what was I doing here? I was kind of, like, sending Melody to sort of, like, lure out these guys. What do you have? Axe Reaver. It's like, you're gonna deal, like, 4 or something, I think, from what I could calc. And also Nime. This is very late game also. Like, Nime has insane magic, and the range on a lot of on a lot of staves is your magic stat. So she can heal up Melody, like, pretty reliably from here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place her here. Probably with the Killer Lance, so we maybe crit. And we could physic her up. Percival's up here dealing with these guys. What are you? Just Flux. Yeah, these guys had sleep staves, and obviously Zeus is berserked. I need Zeus. Rocker, yeah. I don't know, I guess it's just a name, but you're right, there is a university named after it, that's true. Tell people that until, yeah, he's actually a graduate. But, what's it called? So this guy has an Elysian Whip, which I can use to promote Zeus, who's capped on strength currently. I did lose Shauna in the last chapter, which is unfortunate. I think I'm just going to use you to kill... Yeah, I don't think it makes sense to do anything else. I think I just have Percy... Well, I could ignore this guy, to be fair. It's also true. But I'm not sure really what I would have Percy do this turn anyway, so we're just going to get the kill. And again, keep in mind this is late game, so like some of my units are really cracked. We do need to restore Zeus and keep him out of range of this guy. I was going to try to send Klein to attack you. Unfortunately, you don't kill. What if I bolting? Do I have a bolting left? I do have a bolting left. Not in range. So I'd have to do it from here. Oh, I like that. I like those odds. Wait a second. Yeah. Let's go. Bolting breaks, unfortunately. Hey, no worries, Kidder. Thanks for popping in. We'll figure out what we're gonna do next stream. Eventually. Alright, now Klein gets the kill. I don't think he's in range of, like, anything else, right? Because this is... He could get berserked, but it's not really a problem. I'd like to steal the red gem from you, if possible. Yeah, so I should be safe to just longbow. Assuming this lands, that's the dangerous thing. So then... Like, take this for instance. See, the problem is that this is a killer ballista. How does magic work in this game? So, bolting is just like... It's just like bolting in the later games, where it's just longer range. Most of them are 1 to 2 range. But there's durability on them. And like I mentioned, like with status, or like with staves, some of the ranges, like with physic, the range is your magic stat. So like Clarine didn't really get very many magic level ups, unfortunately. So she only has 8 range. Somehow I got her to A staves though. I don't. When you promote a Troubadour to a Valkyrie, like it ups their staff rank by 1. That's usually how it goes with like an existing light dark split. So yeah, so like light is used by like bishops, dark is used by, I guess, like druids in this case, and then like anima magic is what like most mages use, like fire, thunder, air caliber in this case. I also lost my dancer like a turn ago. Like before the stream started, I lost my dancer, which is like really bad, but I didn't want to reset. Also, this is a banger. I need these two to live to get the paralogue, to get the next legendary weapon, which you need to get the true ending. I also need to complete this chapter in under 20 turns? I forgot about that, actually, but I can check. I think we'll be okay. Unfortunately, both of Juno's sisters died on the battlefield. And because I need them to live, I kind of want to keep them like away from the bulk of the fighting. My issue is like, what am I doing with you? Because this guy has a chance to crit. So if I miss, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing if I miss? In which case, do I just pull out of range for a turn? But then my only 3-range option is the longbow. So, like, I can't really reliably do that. I'm for sure going to restore Zeus. Do I have a restore staff? Who is the restore staff? You have it. Ugh. Well, like, what's my... Can I still reach Melody with... ...21? So, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13... Am I misunderstanding this? Maybe I just wasn't pressing the right directions on the D-pad. Also, I guess I'd want to do it from here. So, like, what is Astolfo doing? Because I can warp... Oh, wait, I actually want to warp him in to steal this before I kill. Which means, yeah, I should stall another turn. So we rescue you out of the way. I try to keep everyone out of range if possible. Move you here. I'm gonna... Oh, I should have, what's it called? How's this game with communicating to the player what needs to be done to get certain cutscenes, items, paralogs, etc.? I mean, a lot of the time I think it's kind of inferred, where, like, if there's a village, you can kind of assume that eventually bandits will come to destroy them. It varies map by map. So, like, some maps, there are no bandits or brigands or whatever that are going to destroy them until a certain point. And then as far as, like chests are kind of like a secondary objective, where it's like you see them on the map, so it's like, okay, I should deploy a thief with lockpicks, so that way I can do that, right? Really cryptic with that. If you... I see, yeah. I think, like, with well, I guess they're called guidance chapters, but, like, basically, if you, like, fulfill the requirements, which, first of all, what turn are we on? 7? If you fulfill the requirements, oftentimes, like in this game, for instance, it's usually, if there's a new unit that you recruited on said map, keep them alive. And then sometimes there's a turn limit, but it's usually pretty generous. But it varies from game to game. Like, usually it's some combination of those things. I wish I had, like, another 3-range option for you. The only problem is I don't have, like, a sleep staff on me or anything. Yeah, that really would have helped. My prep was kind of bad. I mean, I could check I could check the vendor, which you do on the maps also. I could check the vendor. There are also ambush reinforcements in this game. Usually when you kill the boss, they stop spawning in. What's happening in the story at this point? So basically, we're taking down like the corrupt Etrurian empire or whatever, like unseating the corrupt ones in power. Primarily, or I guess this isn't Ilia, but I think we're cutting our way to Burn, which is like the kingdom that is causing trouble and invading and stuff like that. So this is kind of like the home stretch. Like there's a route split just before, like a few chapters ago, depending on if you're Pegasus Knights, whom both of which are dead now, unfortunately. Whether your Pegasus Knights or your Nomads gain more EXP, it determines which split you go to. So you either go to Sakai, which is where like Lyn is from, for instance, since FE7 is a prequel to this game, or you go to Ilia, which is like where all the Pegasus Knights and mercenaries and stuff are from, kind of deal. It's recommended to go to Ilia, and plus the Pegasus Knights are usually better units anyway, from what I understand. I think Melody should be fine. Like, I don't need to physic her this turn. What I should do is, like, take Lilina and put her somewhere. And also, Roy's kind of ass. He hasn't promoted yet. He's got, like, a mandatory promotion. I think coming up, like, in the next chapter or two. Because I think the next chapter is the final chapter if you don't get all the legendary weapons for the true ending. I'm not sure what I want to do here. I know next turn I'm going to warp somebody in this. I'm going to warp Astolfo in with Nime to steal the thing, but then how am I killing you? I guess I'm just taking my chances with a longbow. I do have a support with Clarine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I put... it's a little tricky. I could... I don't know what Clarine buffs, but maybe it will improve his hit chances with the longbow. The thing with, like, supports is, like, the affinity determines... It determines, like, what buffs you give. Like, it's usually hit and avoid. But it actually does depend. Like, some units give extra strength. Or, like, in this case, strength and magic are... It depends on the unit. It's, like, the same stat, kind of. Just depends on what class you are. I think what I want to do here is... Is there a way for me to get Clarine? Where is it? Below Rutger? Reliably? I guess I don't necessarily have to do it this turn, but... We'll use you to... Can Roy do it? Alright, at least we can, like, start getting these chests, because Zealot actually has chest keys on him. Ba can just chill. Okay. I didn't realize Zeus was in range of that guy, but thankfully he lived. I'm very bad. I'm very bad for that, actually. And thankfully most of these chapters, like, aren't so long as for it to... Uh-oh. Wait, that's actually fine. Kind of. Because she's not near anybody else, at least. I do need to heal her up, though, and I need Disease to be, like, out of range here. Wait, also, you're out of... Oh, I guess you're out of shots. Because usually that's what happens when you're out of shots. So, like, I could bait these shots here. I guess Klein has to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How did I do that last time? Oh, I was in range, that's why. Maybe I just bait him to shoot with Rutger or some shit. I should have probably healed him first. That was a misplay. I don't know, maybe I'm playing like shit, but I think it'll be fine. Like 23 attack, so you would deal 10, so even if you crit, it doesn't kill me. So as long as I'm out of range, and yeah, you don't have anything else. So I just physic up Milady then. Yeah. No animation because she's berserked. And then I guess Astolfo can just start. Well, I guess I'm thinking, like, what is Astolfo doing? He's gonna be stuck here unless I rescue him, which I don't think I have the rescue staff on me. So maybe I should just start looting these then. And I can just rescue him out of range. Another Worm Slayer. Still haven't even used the first one. In that case, we don't even need Klein. I can't take, unfortunately. But yeah, you're out of Ballista. So this seems like a pretty good play to me. Everything else should be fine. Okay. Yeah, if we can just bait him. Because, like, you can actually buy promotion items in the next chapter, I know that much. But if I can avoid doing that, and I can just get this free one. Also, was that your last? Yeah, it was your last Berserk. Milady's still at full health. I can finagle this in a way. I need to be careful of her javelin. But I don't open this door just yet, but I just continue to bait out the attacks. And I have to restore you. Do I need to physic anybody? No. I just restore you. And this is why you buy this is why you buy staves. Spare staves. Lilina can heal you up. I'll be honest, like, this map isn't particularly exciting. Zealot can get these chests once we've dealt with the ballista, that is. Everyone else can just chill. Yeah, it is interesting. Good on you, Rutger. Just use up all of those. And yeah, because she has the, this only works because she has the Delphi shield. It'd be a problem if she didn't. I guess the problem would be is if she faces the boss before I want her to. I don't know how many uses this thing has. It's usually 5, right? Or no, am I seeing the arrow next to it means there's 2 left? I see. I just keep stalling these out because I dodge pretty easily. That's worthless, basically. I wish I still had my Dancer. It's really shitty. Unfortunately, she was in range of, like, a it wasn't a ballista, but it was like a guy with a long-range spell, and I was dumb and didn't calc it. Didn't like check the ranges, basically. Yeah, I think we just keep chilling. Rutger's the only one with a door key, so like... Oh my god, so she Brave Lanced. Okay, I see. And the thieves just showed up, so I think... And thieves don't typically attack you. Similar to what we were seeing in Engage. I wonder if we get anything for escaping. Also, what turn is it? 11? I need to do this within 20. So you have one more. Which means then... I guess it's still kind of dangerous because... At the very least, Klein can be in range. And I can, like, check his ability to land his longbow with Clarine next to him. Sleep Staff. Oh. Wait a second. I didn't mean to do that. We can do it next turn, though. Alright, there's the last ballista. The only problem is my Restore Staff user is... Okay, she recovered. That's amazing. That's actually amazing. Because then I just do this. Okay, perfect. We got a Purge. Nice, we'll just send that. I'm gonna rescue you and put you here. I wish I would move Roy first. Alright, so now... we can advance pretty safely. I can just do this like the last turn, actually. Surprise Berserk hasn't been in the modern entries. Yeah, I'm trying to think like where that would have been. Like the last appearance of it. We can start moving everybody in. Obviously, yeah, you're out of range, so like you're safe to just get these. A Wodao. What does a Wodao look like in this game? 40 crit, 8 might, 75 hit. It's a little weaker, but it has higher crit. Rutger's gonna appreciate that. And then so... I don't even need to sleep him then. Like, Rutger's gonna kill the boss. I still have to warp my thief over, but we're gonna do that like on the very last turn. In which case, like, I can pretty safely just, like, move everybody down this way. Yeah, you have a spear. We can also... Well, the red gem... It would be nice to get that, I guess. Yeah, so... The thing is, like, there are such a thing as infinite reinforcements in this game, but... Look at where they're spawning compared to, like, where you should be at that point in the map. There are some that are bullshit. There's in Chapter 6, there are ones in the throne room. But granted, the throne room has, like, staircases at the back of it. So, like, that should be kind of clear. This could be risky, but I can also physic. Do I have the Armor Slayer? I do. Is Killing Edge better? No. In fact, it might even be not a terrible idea to... If you crit, I'm dead, though. That's the problem. I know it's a 1%, but... What about Clarine's support bonus, though? How do you get the legendary weapons? So, like, in this game, it's from... That's unfortunate. It's simply from, doing the Gaiden chapters. And so, like, obviously you have to unlock those, but... Just simply completing the guidance chapters gets you the legendary weapons. I don't have any of them deployed at the moment. At least we know Melody lives. This guy. And you won't leave the throne because the throne bonuses are nasty. Look, +3 defense, +30 avoid. That's what makes this annoying. I mean, Foss should live, but I don't want to really risk it. We got all of these chests. The Zealot is going to keep getting this stuff. We can see how Percival handles the boss in like another turn or two. I just absolutely cannot risk Rutger dying. Like, that's the thing. Even a 1% crit, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I know it's a 1% crit, and that he, like, but I don't even live 2 rounds. So, like, I'd either have to wait here and allow him to attack me, but if he crits and Rutger's dead, that's a problem. Like, I can't risk that. So I have to figure out, like, other ways to try to circumvent it. I guess it's tricky because he's capped on skill. So, like, I don't know what else I could do to, like, mitigate crit, but I can maybe chip him from range. Like, yeah, that does 0, obviously, but... Same thing with Roy. Like, the big thing with these games is, like... I think literally every map in this game is C's, except maybe, like, the very last map. But it's like, what's the goal? Right? The goal isn't everyone survives. It's Roy seizes the throne. So, like, you do what you can, like... Protecting Roy is the priority, and I feel like that's like an element of narrative gameplay synergy that I really like, too. As long as Colorine is out of range of this guy. Because, like, this Ballista's out of whatever, and these guys won't get here for a little while. Juno... Drop you, because we're going to warp you with Nime over here to steal the thingy. Maybe after I steal the red gem? I think I have enough time to do that. So it's like, there's that meme of, like, Fire Emblem player... I think Mecha literally posted this, but it's like a few years ago, where it's like that clip of Dimitri saying, kill every last one of them. And it's like Fire Emblem players playing, you know, route maps, and then it's like kill boss maps, and then it's like Seize maps, and it's like kill every last one of them. It's like the meme is like Fire Emblem players play every map like it's a route map. But like here, it's like you can get some chip experience, and you could even, yeah, you could farm against these reinforcements if you wanted to, maybe. But the goal is to get Roy to seize, and so it's like, I like that it also pressures you to like play fast too. 36. Yeah, like, I know I live 1 round. It's just unfortunate that we missed. I mean, yeah, Rucker doesn't die to... No, I mean, that's totally fair, though. That's the thing, though. Like, if you can get away with it without losses, then yeah, why not? Right? Let's level up here. But it's more like, I feel like playing this game on hard mode, it's like, the units are strong, and that's the big thing. And so, like, I could send Rutger up here and kill every one of these guys, but the EXP he's gonna get is gonna be, like, kind of minimal. Also, he's almost capped anyway. I'm gonna heal you up to full. Con stat is basically your build in this game. So it's Constitution. And so that determines, like, how much you get slowed down. So, like, if your con is 8, this is a 11 weight weapon. So you would get slowed down by 3. So you'd have 26 speed. But it also impacts... I don't really understand... Okay, yeah, aid allows you to rescue units that have up to a certain amount of Constitution as well. So it influences rescuing as well. And so, like, you'll notice that mounted units have really high aid. Because, like, you know, you could throw somebody on, like, on the back of the dragon or whatever, on the back of the horse. So, like, even units like Clarine who has 6 con, has 14 aid, so she can rescue anyone up to, is it 13? I don't know what the actual limit is, if it's like actually that number or if it has to be one less. Okay, so look at this. So Clarine and Rutger have a support. They have a B support. So I'm assuming that maybe Dark, or sorry, I should be looking at this. Maybe Lightning is like dodge or something like that. I don't know these off the top of my head. I'd have to look them up. But if you're within like 2 spaces or whatever, look at that. 0% chance to crit, and we also live 2 rounds. Also, Astolfo can't quite steal this turn, but we do have... Do I care? I mean, the red gem would be nice, because you can buy boots next map. Also, if we can get Percival over here, I don't want to kill the boss before I get the red gem. You could also help with this side. We get Fa trained up a little bit more. I have the hammer and staff, so I can restore, or I can replenish the durability on the Divine Stone. There's 3 uses of that staff. And I think we get the Binding Blade next chapter too, which is pretty hype. It's like, you know, the titular sword and like, you know, the sword that he uses in Smash and stuff like that. It's pretty sick. Roy's kind of ass in combat though. Look at these stats. They're kind of bad. And he also kind of got blessed. I feel like early on he got really good level ups. But ultimately he ended up being lacking. And I gave him extra move because the goal is to seize. So the sooner he can seize, the better. You have 1 more to get here. Oh, sorry, there's 2 more. Speed Wings. Nice. You send that to the convoy. We'll just put you up here. Yeah, we're not really threatened directly by anything right now. This is fine. Look at these reinforcements go, though. These thieves don't know what to do with themselves. It's so funny. And I'm not using speed up on principle. And so... Oh, your inventory's full. Whoops. At least I can kill the boss. I just need to... I actually need to take 2 items from you before I warp you over. Who has room in their inventory? Lilina? So, I think this changes in FE7. I think this is like FE6 and maybe before kind of thing, but you can steal from any unit regardless of speed. Not weapons or equipped stuff, but like extra stuff that they're holding. It's a guaranteed steal. But see, the risk is that now he's in range of, like, dying, except for the fact that rescue dropping is a thing. It's like we can just rescue him out of the way, and it's fine. And in fact, how does Percy handle these guys? These guys just have steel swords. They're all steels. Sorry for the epilepsy. Hey, these guys ain't shit. I don't really want to use uses of my Silver Lance, though. So I think I'm just gonna, like, try to block them. Like, I'm ending this map next turn. And so what I need to do is, like, I need to... Oh, we can support also. That'll be fun. You get to see a GBA support for the first time in your life. Because they're so rare. Support system in these games, it's like, you still build it up by being near each other, but it takes so long. It takes so long. Sometimes the strat is to just like end turn over and over and over again to build them up, if that's something that you want to do. It's not mandatory by any means, but... Oh, and now we're safe to like actually kill the boss, though. Come to my aid, all is lost if I fall. Crit him, yeah! Let's go. Glad I brought the Armor Slayer. This would have been a little tricky without it. Alright, final level up. I mean, his stats are already cracked as it is. Like, he doesn't need anything else. Like, he didn't quite cap speed or strength, but, like, who cares? Disgusting. And what's especially cool is that Rutger is a unit that you talk to recruit, with Clarine, in fact, in Chapter 4. He comes out with an ambush spawn. So, it can be dangerous if you're, like, too far along in that map. He'll, like, kill you. But what's cool is because we're playing on hard mode, he comes out with higher stats than usual because he's an enemy unit. And so you actually benefit from units that you recruit that start as enemies as opposed to like green units. Like Juno, for instance, whose stats are kind of shit for a level 9 promoted unit. Yeah, so units like... I missed out on some because I had some losses, but like Klein's another one. Klein's kind of fallen off, like he's not that great at this point. But Klein was another red unit. I think Melody might... You don't... She's a guaranteed recruit, but I'm trying to remember if you get bonuses from her. I feel like you do, though. Zeus is another one as well. Alright, so this next turn we're gonna warp and end this. Out of range, right? Right, yeah, positive consequences, yeah. So, like, it's funny because, like, Rutger on hard mode is, like, the guy, and he's still great on normal mode, but he's not as dominant. Like, relatively speaking, because he starts with, like, normal stats. Oh, look at that, nice little chip. And this is... So, Percival's not the Jagan, he's not, like, the Vander of this game. It's actually Marcus, who died way back in my playthrough, but Marcus got me through the early game, which is the big thing. Like, Marcus is actually a unit that falls off. Like, Jagans, you know, should, quote-unquote, right? But what's nice is similar to what Percival's doing here in the late game, is that Marcus chips the early game units into range for your shitters to kill. Like Roy, Lance, Allen, Bors, Wolt. All the units that you start with in Chapter 1 who are, like, way outclassed by the enemies on hard mode, but Marcus chips them, and then you're able to finish them off and get big experience. So that's the thing. Alright, so then this turn, I do have room in my inventory, so I simply use the Warp Staff. Nice EXP. Nime is like a pre-promote, we just got her. She's about to cap. She has amazing, like, not amazing stats, but, like, she has really good stats for what she needs to do, which is mostly staff utility. And a lot of this I did learn from, like, watching Fire Emblem videos and stuff, but having played through most of this game now, like, I can see it more clearly. Alright, so who can get experience? You can actually get a level up. Ba can also get a level up. Let's go. Unnecessary crit, you love to see it. Yeah, and this unit is like... She's obviously very distinct. Because, like, her stats don't even, like, they actually look pretty solid right now. But then you look at the buff she gets from the Divine Stone, and you're like, wow. Like, this shit is disgusting. She gets doubled often. Because her speed isn't, like, that amazing. How did she get 15 speed out of nowhere? I guess I just trained her up a lot. But Roy's gonna seize this turn. Anybody close to leveling up, like you... Yeah. Let's do that. Bum, 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 bum. Also, fun fact, Lelina is Hector's daughter, which you would obviously know if you played this game, but Hector is the boy. Yeah, you can reach either. So I think I just take the kill. I have like 3 killer bows in the convoy. Good on you, Klein, for missing. Thank you. Not that it matters, but... Yep, that's right. And then, of course, Roy is Eloyd's son, but Roy's the more popular one because of Smash, of course. I mean, Zeus probably couldn't even get a level up if he wanted to, anyhow. Alright, I'm just gonna end it. I hope I was within the turn limit. I think I was. I didn't check, though. Shit. Okay, this is, yeah, home to a lance. That was, yeah, okay, we got the Gaiden chapter then. That lance, is it? I was thinking about this, and I might mention this in the video on this game when I get around to recording and making that, but what if they did HD 2D kind of style of remakes for the GBA games? I know some people want, like, FE7 especially, to be, like, fully remade, but I'm like, what if... And Binding Blade's never been officially localized. Like, this is the last game that didn't make its way... Well, okay. New Mystery of the Emblem also didn't make its way over, but as far as, like, the early titles, you know, this was the one before the one that first was brought over. But... like, I don't know, I like the idea of that better than, like, doing some kind of grand remake or whatever. For these titles, I think 4 and 5 should get, like... Especially 4 should get, like, a big remake. 3 should, with an HD 2D remake, would be interesting, though. That would definitely be interesting. I know that's more Square Enix's thing, but, like... I want Pokemon to do it. I don't see why Fire Emblem couldn't do it. Or something, like, similar, you know? Another free angelic robe. I guess because all the villagers survived. Sick. 20x. Boop, 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 boop. It's in the outside of town. Legendary weapon is said to be hidden within. And I wouldn't even necessarily say that this game's story is, like, a major highlight, necessarily. It's not bad. It's, like, perfectly fine. But... I guess it's mostly, like, limitations of the system to an extent. And also figuring out what Fire Emblem is without Kaga's influence. This map looks... Some of these Gaiden maps kind of suck. Okay, so we got a wall. How many units? 13. So are there any... I'm not seeing any chests, so Astolfo... Oh, interesting. So a 3-unit squad over here, and then a 6 or 7-unit squad over here. I can't count. And then 3 over here, then? I'm guessing these are impassable, because otherwise it would say flyers only. Yeah, it's like too high. So I probably want, like, Rutger over here. And if I'm gonna have Rutger, then maybe Klein and Clarine, because they all kind of support each other, sort of. Klein doesn't have a support with Rutger, but they both support with Clarine, so that could help. And then... Like, I've never played this map. Like, I'm at the point where this is the furthest I've gotten. George Fargast at all. I've seen some of his videos. I've watched quite a few. I know he's, like, big on support conversations and stuff like that, especially. Yeah, I like his videos for the most part. I don't really know what I want to do here. First of all, we're not bringing you. And... Oh, Gonzalez. You beautiful bastard. You can't land for shit, which is unfortunate. Most of these guys are shitters. Douglas could be an interesting bring. I don't really need him anymore. I wonder if I can warp skip this, though. That's what I'm wondering, because I warp skipped one of the other maps. But the thing is, like... Oh, the video on Effie's relationship to anime. Yeah, that's fair. I think that's one of the ones that I have watched from him. Can't say I remember too much about the talking points, though, but because people don't like how anime the games became. Always been hand in hand. Well, yeah, I mean, if you look at the art style for the early Fire Emblem titles, it's very 80s and 90s anime style. Like, it's very comparable to that. And so it's more of a matter of, like, modern anime style kind of being seen as generic and maybe, like... There's like, a particular look to it, right? I don't really mind that look in, like, certain cases, though. Like, in Persona, it doesn't bother me. But I feel like they add, like, a flair to their style, like, outside of just that. Can I warp skip this? I guess without my dancer, it's gonna be tricky. It's a shitty thing. Because, like, if Nime warps... Sorry. Let me... Sometimes I can take a while and prep. There's Nime. Oh, maybe warping from here would be good. Because, like, I warp Rutger in... Yeah, wait a second. How many charges of warp do I have? 2 exactly? And I could hammer in it. I mean, design philosophy. Oh. They feel more anime gameplay-wise. Interesting. Oh, I guess you guys can't see certain parts of my screen, but I think this is the best we got, though. And is that inherently bad? Yeah. I wouldn't, you know, I obviously wouldn't say that anything like that is inherently bad, but... Do I have another warp staff, or is this it? That's it. So maybe that's a hammer candidate. In which case... I would need Clarine to restore it before... Or wait, no, I could just trade it in Hammern, right? I think? But I can't move Roy. So if I want Roy to seize... Warp Staff is your magic range, right? I'm pretty sure, like, you have to do it with someone adjacent, but then I think you move them 22 spaces. So, like, from here, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. What if I just went around and ignored these guys? Is that doable? Like, they might start busting down the walls and be a problem. But, like, what if I just kind of rescue dropped my way around? Like, warp Rutger in, have him fuck shit up over here. Have Clarine be here. Where's Clarine? Which FE game has your favorite designs for characters? I would say... I do like the designs, particularly in FE6, I would say. Probably not my absolute favorite, because they are, like, a little generic, but I'd probably say between this game. I also like FE9 a lot from that aspect, Path of Radiance, which I guess by extension Radiant Dawn, but I don't know that I like the portraits, like the art style in Radiant Dawn as much, as far as the portraits are concerned, compared to Path. I think Shadows of Valentia did a great job with its art style and designs, especially like modernizing the older ones. But yeah, three houses, yeah. It's probably between like 3 houses, Shadows of Valentia, Path of Radiance, and probably this game in like the top 5. As far as like character designs go. I don't know, there's something about like Rutger and Lelina and Clarine, Percival, other characters as well. Like, I like the variety, I guess. Like, even like Gonzalez, like the fact that you have a recruitable brigand and stuff. Like, some of these are kind of like not that great, like, come on, but like Geese is a handsome dude. And we're missing some, like, you know, Shauna and Deke and some of the ones that died, unfortunately. Gotta rep Lindis. 7 does have some solid designs, but then you have, like, Heath, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, oh, what's with your hair? What are you doing? Alright, sorry, I know I should be, like, playing the game. I also bought a bunch of Volans last turn, or last map. What am I doing with these stat boosters? Speed Wings and Angelic Robe. You don't need the speed. I might just give Roy the Speed Wings. So that way when he gets the Binding Blade and he gets promoted, he'll be, like, super cracked. Maybe that's not... Maybe that's bad, though. But I feel like most of these other guys are, like, fine on speed. I'm gonna promote you, so we'll give you the Whip. What's your... You're only, like, halfway. I don't think I'm gonna deploy Zealot. He's not very good at this point. I think repairing Warp and the Divine Stone, maybe not this, I don't know if I'll repair this like this map, but those two are definitely candidates for being whatever. Oh, also I forgot to mention, in order to get the true ending, you need the divine weapons or the legendary weapons to be like intact. So like Durandal's one of them. Look at this, 17 might, increases strength by 5 points, it's crazy. They need to be like not broken. So you can still use them. Axes are terrible in this game, so I haven't used this. Also haven't had any unit with S axes either. But like, I've used Forblaze a little bit, I've used Durandal a little bit. Maybe Durandal would actually be a good candidate for this map, just to like secure a kill. And we'll also give you Volns, just in case. I mean, we can always Physic, but... Yeah, so I'm gonna warp Rutger in here. He's gonna fuck shit up from the inside. And then I just need to get Roy over to the right. So I need, like, all of my flyers. I don't think I'm gonna bring most of these guys. I'm gonna try to, like, skip this map if possible, like I've been saying. I don't think Lelina is worth deploying either, per se. I could try to sleep the boss, but I don't know if that's gonna work all that well. In fact, I can bring Juno just to have, like, an extra flyer. Lion can get benched this map. I could bring Cecilia as well, if I really wanted to. I feel like that's overkill, though. Well, is it, though? Because I need to, like, bust down this wall, too. $11 strength versus... We'll just bring Zealot and give him, like, something to attack the wall with. Something, like, it's gonna break. Oh, wait, probably a Javelin so we can, like, chip it multiple times in a row. And I also don't care if he dies at this point, either, because he's kind of shit. And we unlocked the chapter already, so... There's that. Everyone else has a javelin. Yes, 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 yes. Speed wings on Roy, sure. Who gets the angelic robe? Nime, maybe? Try to give her a little bit of extra durability. Lena's also another candidate, but... We can also buy angelic robes in the next map. Sorry, I've been totally ignoring chat. Dude, Soren is... I really like Soren a lot, actually. And yeah, he is funny, that's true. Like, he's so matter-of-fact in that way. Soren's interesting. If you don't know very much about him, you should, like, I guess if you want to get spoiled, like, there's some things about his lineage and, like, some things about that kind of stuff that, like, I think you only learn about on a replay of Radiant Dawn. Like, I think you have to do it. I think you have to do, like, a second playthrough of Radiant Dawn to, like, learn these things. You get, like, some hidden cutscenes or whatever on that second run. I'm not even bringing Lilina this time. Okay, I'm gonna try this. The Blizzard Spear. Berrigan the Holy Knight is during the Scouring, right when the dragons were a thing. I also think this game could maybe benefit from like a little prologue of like what they did with Shadows of Valentia, where they added like a single map at the very beginning to give a little more context. Like, you know, Roy studying under Cecilia's wing, basically, like alongside the Lena. And so just a little prologue chapter in like a remake someday, maybe. I think would also help. Let's do it. I should start attacking this wall. Oh, it's only 40. Oh, that's right. It's only 40, duh. But it's actually... I should just support, yeah, sure. I need these two to live for another Gaiden chapter in a bit. That's the other thing, too, is like some of these Gaiden chapters are based on units that, like, you recruit that previous map. But, like, Zealot, you recruit in Chapter 7, so if you end up getting the Ilia route, and Zealot died at some point, or you didn't recruit him, then you can't do this, as far as I understand, because you need Zealot and Juno to be alive. I guess in that case, you would take the Sakai route if you knew about that. But then you do need Su, Shin, and Dayan to live, which might be easier said than done. Su died really easily, so I didn't get Shin, unfortunately. I also didn't get Fear because Noah died, which is unfortunate. And then I can't get Corel because I don't have Fear. So, not that Corel is like the worst unit to miss out on, but it'd be funny to see him level up. Where's Miss Minerva from? She's an OG. She's from like the original Fire Emblem, like Marth's games. The Chin of Champions. You're talking about Tick? But I need to... Cool, we take those. We'll promote him next turn, we got plenty of time. Oh yeah. In fact, I could maybe even get away with, like, standing on one of these pillars. One of Nime's last level up. Oh, we get another point of range. for our staves. You love to see it. Also, these aren't pillars. Apparently. Do I just kill you immediately? I can. What's my risk of, like, getting crit by you? It's very high, actually. But I actually live. So maybe I actually just... ...31 crit. Yeah, because Swordmasters get a... What is it? Is it 30 crit? Something stupid. I mean, if we crit once, we kill him. Navarre had a conversation with Elise from Fates, and she's like, everyone's alive and happy, isn't that great? And he just goes, no, it's not. Nice dodge. No crit's kind of annoying. We're gonna repair the warp staff, because I think this is the only one. Oh, come on. Give me more than 20 EXP now. Now we have 5 points of warp. Now we just need to get Roy over here. Oh, Zealot, I forgot you were here. I forgot to move you. I'm sorry. What's up, Kurt? I guess, oh, fuck me. Okay. I guess the thumbnail still says Fire Emblem Engage, huh? Maybe this was a mistake. Oh, thank Christ. I played so risky for no reason. Yeah, finally you crit on, like, your last attack. God damn it. We get no experience for that, but I really just don't want to play through this map. We have a restore staff, we'll be fine. I just can't allow for both of them to get slept, because then that's a problem. We can physic you. Oh yeah, of course, of course, of course. Tick never skips the protein shakes. I think I'm gonna promote here. I wouldn't be opposed to resetting this chapter if something goes awry. Sick. Thankfully, sleep staves only have 3 uses, so I can easily outpace that with restore. It is unfortunate that I can't physic Rutger. So this might be... If Nime gets slept again, that's a problem. This is really scary, like, actually. God. Okay, at least I can restore Nime and then physic Rutger. Oh, but I can't trade with her because she's berserked? Oh, fuck me. Alright, I'm restarting. I'm resetting. I think I have another restore staff that I can give Clarine. That was a mistake. I didn't check for status staves. Whoops. Also, Zealot. I will not forget about you this time. I don't think Mend is necessary, but I do have another Restore. So as long as both of these lovely ladies have Restore, then neither the... Yeah. I guess I should look at the ranges and make sure that they... Also, I could wait to warp Zealot in, or sorry, I could wait to warp Rutger in until, like, it's actually time. Yeah, Wyvern lowered to 3 houses, yeah. Right. Oh, that's not what I fucking meant to do. We already saw this. Support level increased. I guess this is risky in that... Where are the status stave people? Here. Oh, it doesn't actually show their range. 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, okay, this is obviously a problem if they target these guys, but they'll probably target my staff users. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this a little bit safer also. Like, I'm going to warp you... I'm not going to attack the boss right away, because if they had landed, I would have died. Get skill instead? Okay. I'd rather have the extra range, but that's fine. Oh, maybe I... Yes, okay. So this is big because we don't get... We don't take 33 for no reason. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 25. So, like, technically I could just chill out up here. In which case they're gonna target... Whatever. I'm just gonna try this. I'm gonna experiment a little bit. This is the one downside of not using speed up. And I guess I could turn off the animations, but they're so satisfying, though. Maybe for this map, though, just because I'm not actually trying to, like, deal with this. It's actually worse than him getting berserked. Can Percy just break this? Damn, seriously? I'd hate to use Charges of the Brave Lance, but I gotta get moving. I think I could have played this better. Oh, he still has a chance to dodge, though, so, like... Okay, so this actually isn't as bad as it seems. He literally dodging in his sleep is funny. Just miss. That'll be great. Okay, that's actually helpful. We just have to stall out a few of those, and we'll be good. The range on these is, like, really scary, that's the problem. Because, like, if one of my dangerous units gets berserked... And if they're holding Roy, and if they're out of range of these guys, restore staves also. Which means maybe I start moving them down to like start meeting up with. I guess an issue would be if they slept one and berserk the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 20. Yeah, I mean, like, I could bring a silent staff, but like the odds of landing that are really, really low. I for sure hammered this. This is definitely doable. And I could try it from the bottom as well, since like Roy has to be deployed from the bottom too. Because like I could warp Rutger into that room. The only issue is that like the status staff people are there. Like, he handles these guys pretty reliably because of the low hit rates. But, like, after as many 25% hits as he's dodging, it's like, yeah, the odds are that that one will land. This is bad. Maybe I need to bring a third. Maybe I actually bring Saul as well, or like another... Yeah, like if this lands, it's over. Yeah, I mean, it's... Well, okay, maybe it's not necessarily over, because like Clarine might actually be able to tank and be okay. Maybe. Oh wait, it shows sleep 2. 4, so it takes 4 turns. Berserk 4 turns. But you have really high magic, though, so like 30 attack. Your hit is really low, though, maybe, because Clarine has... Well, no, she's outclassed. Alright. Also, if... if she can use, like, status staves while Berserk, that's a problem. Ba 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 da 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 da. Ba 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 da 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 da. Are you a longbow? Oh. You are, though. It's a bit of an issue. Oh, this is Melody, right? Yeah. Oh. That's actually, fine. I'm kind of surprised you didn't go for Clarine. That's interesting. Maybe because the high res? The problem is stalling out that many turns is going to be kind of annoying. Rutger still has to kill the boss, though, too. Yeah, these guys, like... I'm going for the true ending just because, like... I've never done it. Obviously, I've never finished Binding Blade before, period, but... I don't think that these maps are, like, really, like, that noteworthy. Like, I don't think you would miss out on much if you were to not do these, but then, like, you do miss out on the true ending and all that. Like, thankfully, he missed. So what are we on for status staves? You still have 1 Berserk and 1 Sleep left. And you have 1 more turn of Sleep, like you get restored next turn. Thankfully, Nime's movement is very limited. Well, never mind. She actually has 6 move, which I forgot about. I just need to keep these guys out of range of her so that they don't actually accidentally kill her. Although then again, like, Percy could maybe just dodge tank from 2 range kind of thing, like stall her out. That might be the strat, low-key. Oh no, 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 no. This is a problem. Maybe I do just bring Saul. I don't have a 3rd restore staff though. But I guess if one of them gets slept, I can trade that restore staff to whoever isn't slept and restore the berserk person first and foremost. Or no. You trade restore the slept one and then use the slept one to restore the berserk one. Berserking Roy is an interesting strat. It's very bad. Okay, Rutger's restored. I think it's just over, dude. Like, I think I have to try something different. I think bringing Saul makes sense, though. And then putting him all the way over here. And then I just work on bringing Rutger. Like, we just stall these staves out while these other guys bring Rutger and Roy up. Does Saul need anything besides restore? Maybe we can try Silence Staff, I guess. Nime would be the better unit for that, though. Also, wait. Just get rid of the offensive magic. Duh. Hold on. And then Berserk isn't even a problem. Yeah. Sleep is another option, I guess. Let me just try these things. Saul doesn't really even need to bring anything, but I can just bring an additional physic and... Sure. Let's try this. The key then is to stay out of range of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, which is like impossible. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Like, it's possible that Zeus is still in range, so maybe I actually just bring fewer units. Like, I just bring Roy, Rutger, the 3 mages, and, like, 1 mounted. That's probably the play. I mean, it's nice to get Zeus the promotion here. Oh, but then again, I can just rescue him, right? And, like, maybe that's out of range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's not, but we just pray that they target someone over here. I'm just gonna kind of like move these guys down. To maybe try to get the status stave folks to... Yeah, okay. See, that's fine. We dodge 1. Yeah, that's fine. There's so few chapters left, I don't really need all the charges of Durandal. And assuming that there's no reinforcements, I could even play this like... I definitely restore you this turn. And because I want to hold on to 2 restore staffs, I think I have Clarine use this. Because it's nice to have 2. So instead of like... Usually it'd be like, oh, well, let's use up the Iron Sword that has 12 durability instead of 40, right? But in this instance, I think that's actually correct. Sleep Saul again, interesting. Goes for Berserk on Nime. And so this is as simple as restoring Nime. And this is only really doable because I have 3 staff users like this. I mean, I guess to be fair, restore is only... Does it only require B staves, I think? Or maybe it's C. It's C. So, like, it's different where, like, these guys all actually have A staves, which I know is not common. But I did end up getting Clarine to, like, B staves before promoting her. Because I waited forever to promote her. Whereas, I mean, you're a pre-promote, you just come with A staves. And then Saul, I think, joins with B staves, so when you promote him, no matter what, he gets A, I think. I'm pretty sure. I kind of doubt reinforcements are going to be a thing. We just have to stall 1 more turn. So I think I just wait 1 more turn and just let them do their thing. Yeah, there's the last sleep. There's the last Berserk. And we dodge too, which is sweet, so I don't have to use another Restore Staff charge. I already promoted Z's, but we can get the support. Okay. I don't know why I brought Zealot at this point. Yeah, I guess if they're out of status, then I can just let Saul sleep, because he doesn't even do anything in this map. In fact, because I have 3 staff users, all of which have A staves, I can actually warp both Rutger and Roy over in the same turn, assuming that Rutger kills the boss. Because I can like warp Hammern and then warp again, which is pretty sick. Okay. Honestly, this map probably wouldn't be that bad to just play naturally, but I'm also just like, eh. Especially now that the status staves are stalled out, but this is more fun. The actual final level up didn't get magic. Yeah, we Killing Edge. Okay, thankfully he missed. Unfortunately, we didn't kill, which is fucking bullshit. Restore this. probably call it after this map. I mean, it'd be hype to get the Binding Blade, which I think, again, is next map or after next map, maybe. No, it might be before next map, though. Because, again, I think next map is usually the last one. I don't remember. Are you fucking serious? We can at least physic next turn. Okay. I'll be so pissed if he dies. Okay, doing good so far. Please. Thank Christ. Also, you're stupid for attacking that close, dude. At this point, it's a little bit wasteful because he doesn't get EXP, but... I mean, anybody can use the Warp Staff, but the fact of the matter is... Saul can't reach with Physic, so I have to Physic with Nime. It's better, too, because she has higher magic, so she'll restore more as well. Gets him basically back to full. Just please crit him, dude. Thank you. Okay, we can actually end this. Oh, I guess we have to wait, because Nime is the only one with the warp range that can actually do this. That's true. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because Saul's magic is 10, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's literally like 1 off from being able to warp Roy in, which is crazy. Yeah, I guess we just have to wait. Although, to be fair, this was a pretty unlucky Rutger infiltration. Like, I think didn't I only crit on, like, the last hit? Alright, we're chilling. Yeah, see. Well, honestly, those other ones, what, 13 if they landed? So I still would have lived. Oh, I guess, Oh, that's a problem. Oh, that is a problem. Oh, that is a problem, because then I can't move and seize. Fuck. Wait, no, Rutger just kills one. We'll be fine. The correct play is actually to have Rutger kill first, obviously, but it should be fine. Yeah, like... just a single strike from a silver sword, we don't even have to crit. Bingo. Lit. It's here, the lance is here. Maltet. Maltet. Okay, so, story-wise, Guinevere is the princess of Bern, and her brother is the one who's, like, invading and fucking shit up, basically. Said King Zephiel was an outstanding pupil in everything he did. It sounds like he would have been an ideal heir to the throne. And also, for those of you who have only played FE7 and not FE6, of course Zephiel is the one that you're defending in Battle Before Dawn. That one map where, like, I forget, is that where you recruit Jafar and Nino, I think? But yeah, Zephiel's the one that you're defending, so it's interesting. Truth, our father began to despise Zephiel precisely because of his talent. Why would a father resent his own son's talent? Our father was a man of unextraordinary skill and intellect. Does that mean what I think it means? Unextraordinary would mean, like, not extraordinary. Interesting way to describe that, but... As far as to tell Zephiel, he would never inherit Byrne. Always said he never cared about inheriting the throne, but the people of Byrne knew of Zephiel's genius and wanted him to be king. Pressured by the public, our father lost his patience at last. Father gave Zephiel a goblet full of poisoned drink at a banquet. Isn't this what plays out in FE7? I forget if the poison goblet is a factor. Or at the very least, it's like he sends assassins after him or some shit. First and last time, yeah. This GBA sound chip is really, or, you know, lack of sound chip, whatever. It's really trying its hardest. It's pretty bad. I'm learning of her father's intentions. I feel pain, death. That's crazy. Dude, this guy's crazy. He faked his own death just to, like, kill somebody when they went to go look over his coffin is nuts. Bum, 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 bum. Chapter 21, The Binding Blade. After surviving many hardships, Roy finally sets foot on Byrne's soil. Guinevere guides Roy to the Shrine of Seals. In their way stands Murdoch, the brilliant and stalwart head of the Wyvern Generals. Etruria and Byrne, the two greatest forces on the continent, begin direct warfare. The sun rises as the bloodiest day in the history of Alib dawns. I'm pretty sure we get promoted after this. So I think there's, like, usually one more map. Because, like, you still fight Zephiel, but... like, the true ending is like, oh, well, it's the, you know, the dragons or whatever. Shit like that. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do this map right now, but... there's a little taste. High deployment limit, this is crazy, what the hell? 18? I don't even know if I have 18 units that are, like, suitable to deploy. So usually what I do here, in this case, is I, like, undeploy everybody, and then I just, like, kind of pick and choose as I go, and, like, totally rework the inventory, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'll do that the next time I decide to play this. So we'll just make a save. And, yeah. I'll still think about it and think if I want to reattempt continuing my Engage playthrough, but, like, I'm just not really that into it, so, like, maybe I'll just look up the rest of the story just to, like, know and see what happens. Because I don't really care enough to, like, play through the rest of it. It's just grueling, and, yeah. All the things that I've said about it. But, yeah, hope you guys have a good couple of days, and I'll catch you on Wednesday with something different, perhaps? Maybe I'll actually play more Binding Blade, and we'll just, like, finish that up on stream. I don't know. Play by ear. Peace.